Alright, so we're going to do a quick overview on Pass Shoot and Share app. This is your main splash screen when you open it up. If you have any galleries, you're going to see them all right here. If you want to search for an event, you can simply type it right here. If you want to start a whole new event, it's pretty as simple as grab a folder on your desktop and drag it into here. It'll automatically start uploading your photos, but we'll get to that in a minute. The main thing to start and set us up before we can really get things going is you click on this top right icon, and this shows you all your individual settings as far as like your prop page. This is what people are going to see when they open it up on their iPhone. You can see the title of the event. They can enter the gallery directly through here. You get your watermark or social media networking links right here. If you want to update your own personal logo, you just drag it into here, and your logo shows you right here will look best at PNG format, so .png instead of like .jpeg, and it needs to be at 500 by 200 pixels. Links you can put on your Facebook, you could put your Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. This will link everything through there. If you want to know what it looks like from the actual gallery, this is on the web page. It's the same right there. So it kind of shows you the flow, keeps it very consistent. If you want to choose a theme, you have three options. You have light, which shows you all the white here. You have the classic, which gives you a darker border. And then you have the dark, which basically adds framing around the photos. So it kind of separates them a little bit more. Personal preference for me, I like to go with classic. And then hit save if you want to. Profile, this is where you can put your business information, your website link, and how you want to show up. So basically the vanity is anything you want. You typically want to put your business name, because most of your links, like this one for example, is the areakphotos.pass.us. Your gallery is going to be / whatever you name it. So it's really good to always have your business name in the link. It just personalizes it a bit more. You can connect to Facebook right here by clicking on connect, and it'll walk you through those steps. If you want to edit your account details, you click right here and it'll open you up the actual website for Pass. We'll get to that in a moment. Pricing sheets. This is really cool. It basically gives you the option to make a profit off your prints, which before you had to sell them basically at cost. So you have a choice. You can choose to view this, which is basically hooking up the cost to 0, so you're not making a profit. Optimal pricing, which is cool. You can actually set your prices on actual events that you've purchased. On the free ones, you're not going to really be able to choose on there. So that's kind of the bummer, but that's the way it goes. If you're going to be bidding for a wedding and you know you're going to be doing an online gallery, you know, they could charge that $35 for the Pass upgrade, and then you'll get all these different options. So it's beneficial on both ends. So we'll get out of this part. Your defaults, it'll show you right here. Option to do it, pricing, other galleries. These are just the three different main categories that Pass lets you choose from. The last one right here, credit cards. Add your credit card information. You have mine right here. This is where you can update it. You can see I have two different cards on here. One was probably just an expired date. Just simply type it in there and save it. Under your settings, this shows your upload size. High resolution for prints, canvases, and albums. Originals you can do, but it will take quite a while to upload, and it's not recommended. Now, the main reason it's not recommended, aside from being really slow, you're not going to throw up a raw file. It's going to be typically a JPEG for a print. So that just wouldn't make sense. So we can go ahead and get out of here for the moment and go back to Facebook Connect. This way you can actually share your albums, people can share them on Facebook. It just makes it a little bit nicer and easier, especially if you relay a lot of your business through Facebook. That's definitely beneficial for your business. So if I click on here, Connect, it's going to ask you to log in. So I'll type in my information. Here we go. And friends, public. Public is fine because most of mine are for prospective clients in addition to friends and family, so that's perfectly fine. And I'll click OK. It might take a second to accept it and register and make sure I clicked it. There we go. So now I'm tied in with Facebook on here. If I do want to edit my account details, I'll do so, and then it's going to ask me to log into the website. And now we're going to enter our login information. There we go. So this takes you directly to the website on here. Your map, it's basically who's viewing your photos, which is kind of interesting. I never find it too accurate, but you can see at least who's looking at things. It shows you how many of your photos have been viewed, how many different individual viewers you have, and how many downloads you have so far. Orders, you can go through. You see I don't really use this part too much, but this was, I think, probably at default pricing with a minimal markup on there. So it's kind of nice. You get a little bit of money on there, but not a whole lot. Majority of it can go towards upgrading future passbooks. So say, for example, if I have like a credit of $35 on here and client wants to update their album, but they don't have the money and you're willing to set it up for them, you can just use your credit towards that event. My events tab, all the different events that you have, you can click through here and view them as well. It's the same thing you would do with the regular app. Get credits, basically different promotions and everything going on. You can buy them right here for customers. There's not really anything going on currently, but you can go there to check on it. Your history tab shows you what you spent with Pass and what you really used. And of course, download. You can download the app if you don't have it for your iPhone, iPad, or MacBook. So we don't need that because obviously we have it. And we'll go ahead and get out of here. Now, what we're going to do is create an album. So I'm going to find a file on my desktop. Let's go with iStock, and we'll drag it in here. Not even sure what's in that folder yet. Probably should check that, but you can put the name of the event, the link that you want. This is where you customize it, so you know your link is going to be your business name right here, / whatever name you put. You can put whether it's a wedding, portrait, or other. For this one, we're going to go with other because it looks like it's Jokery portfolio shots. And we're going to hit next. Recipient name. Who is this going to? This is going to John Doe, and his email is johndoe@aol.com. And you see the little special note here. Don't worry, this will not notify your client. So this is just for you to prep it in case for the future you actually want to send them the information. Go ahead and hit next. Contest, don't really care about it, but you can see at the bottom here, this is the status of their little banners. Here we go. This one is on us. Pass is giving you the event free of charge. When you're typically under 100 photos, that's what it is. And it just shows you the benefits on here. I can click next, and it's going to show me what photos I have. Now, this is asking me to choose a key photo for this event. This is what's going to show up when you initially open up that gallery or you view a listing of your galleries. So for example, I want to put this one as my main image, so I'll click on it. I'll hit next. Now that's going to be the image that shows up here. I can choose with a cover photo. So it's a main photo that shows up right here, right when the app is, or the gallery is presented to the customer. I can go as a slideshow, so it's going to cycle through automatically. Or my personal favorite, I can choose as a gallery, so I see all the images all lined up on both devices. If you have a business video or wedding video, you can put it in right here, so it automatically play it. If you've uploaded to YouTube or anything like that, you can actually put that web link directly in here. Since we don't have that, we're just going to choose gallery for this one, and I'm going to hit next. Congratulations, it's ready to share. So now I can manage this event or I can share it. So we'll go ahead and manage it so you see the different options available. Here's our photos. You can see these little blue squares. This shows you what category it's in. These are listed under iStock. That's the collection that I put. If I want to create a new one, I can put in buy, for example, and it comes up with a different color. If I click on this section, there's no photos because I haven't chosen any. If I go back to the iStock and you see the little drop down arrow, I can add this photo to the secondary category. I could also remove it or delete it from the event or make it a collection key photo. Now the key photo, of course, is that first one again that you're going to see when you open up the site. So let's click on there. And now it's in the buy section. If I'd like to view all the photos at once, I can right here. If there's any that are uncategorized, they'll show up under photos to sort. And if I simply want to add more photos to it, I click on add. I choose which category I want to put it in or a new collection and just simply drag them in. We don't have any more photos, so we're just going to go back here. This section right here is the style, which we already preset. And sharing is a new one. Sharing, we can go ahead and directly share it right here. If you'd like to put a password on it first, you have the privacy tab right here. So this is good for proofing if you're shooting, say, a boudoir shoot, and you don't want everyone to see your photos. You could put in whatever password you want. So for this one, I'm just keeping it simple, and I'm just going to put pass. Now this is case sensitive on here, so when you give it to a client, make sure you let them know. Hit save, and it has it on there. Now I can hit share here, or I can hit it here. It's the same exact button. Now this is a sample of what an email is going to look like when it's sent to your client. When you do share by email, you can choose a recipient right here, or you can create a new one. So I'll create a new one. I'm going to send this to myself. And I'll put whatever I want here. Hello, Sunny. Here's your new gallery. What I'll typically put on here, if it's for a client, is the password. So that way when they see this email, just like this, I'll go ahead and click send invite, and it shows you at the bottom, whoosh, invite sent. So click on yeah, and then it's been sent. So it's pretty cool. If you want to view it online, you can click right here. It opens it up and asks you to enter the gallery. You see the background picture, even though we chose that to show up immediately, it's kind of blurred out because this is a private gallery. If it wasn't private, you'd see that picture right away. I just typed in our password. So here we go. Shows you the picture. These are obviously some small, some large. Just kind of give you an idea on size, and they can scroll through. Now, the nice thing on here, directly through their site, you can add it to a cart. It will require you to either create a new account or log in with your Facebook. If the client logs in with their Facebook, it's usually the quickest and easiest. If they don't want to, they can of course create a new account. If you want to download the image, again, it'll ask you to log in on here. Now, if it's not an upgraded event, you didn't pay the $35, you can still download the images, but it's one at a time. If you did pay for the event, it is upgraded. It'll stay on there obviously for 10 years, but plus gives you the advanced selling profit capabilities, and also you can download all the photos at once. If I want to make this my favorite, I can do so right there. And if I want to share it on Facebook, email it, or Pinterest, I could do that just the same. We'll click out back, and we'll go back to our menu. And this is where you'd see those secondary categories. It also shows up on your iPhone if you slide it over. And I can go to that category. I can go back. And I can see if I favorited any photos. Your cart, pretty straightforward and simple. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and view this now on the iPhone app. All right, so here's an example of my iPhone here. I'll go ahead and go over to Pass, click on the app, and it'll load it up right here. There's that new event right there that we just created at the top left, right there. And I'll go ahead and tap on that. I can enter the gallery. Now, since it's through my phone, I didn't have to put the password in because I'm already logged in. If a client downloads the app, they are going to have to put in the password. But again, I can see it right here. I have the options just like I did online of sharing, downloading. It's pretty straightforward and easy. I can go back to my events. If I want to search for an event, I can go right up the top and type it in. Or if I just want to view the event, of course, it's all right here. Pretty straightforward, very simple. There's nothing really complicated about it. Next, I'll basically show you what it looks like when you get the email. All right, so I'm basically in my email right now, and I pulled this up. It came from, you can see Pass right there, and it shows, thank you for purchasing a Pass upgrade. This basically sends this to you no matter what, even if it's a free or non-paid event, so don't get confused on it. It shows you the date they're going to stay on here, so obviously March 10th, 2025. It's going to be on there for a while. It gives you an order number and just shows you the details of that process. All right, and the next email that's going to come is the one that you sent. This is what your share link is going to look like. So it shows everything we typed on here, shows the password, and I can go ahead and click on View Photos. There we go. See, it's asking me to go ahead and log in with Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And now I can view the photos. Enter, and we know we have to put the password. There we go. Back to normal. It's pretty straightforward and simple, very easy to use. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see other tutorials, you can go on my YouTube, which we're starting now. It's users areakphotos on there, and you'll see some other Lightroom and Photoshop tutorials, as well as Instagram.